Hi again, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Litter Media Live. Without Mike Smith, the icon, I'm Dan Ramey. Good to see you here today, and thank you for joining us. A little earlier than we normally are on the air. We try to hit about 11 o'clock every weekday with this particular program. However, I have an appointment to get to at 11 o'clock today, so we thought we'd sneak it in a little early and go from there. So appreciate those of you who have just chimed in and decided, hey, I'm going to watch the show today. We appreciate that. Of course, you can always watch this on its replay on our videos page, and you're going to start loading these up to YouTube, I believe, so that you'll be able to see those on a regular basis there as well. So just some things for the future. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's absolutely free. Anything that we put on there, you can view as much as you like. And we like to describe it as a library. You go into a library, get a book, sit down, enjoy that book, and then put it back on the shelf, right? Well, we've tried to do the same thing with more than 1,000 videos that you can find on our YouTube channel. Subscribe to it, and when you subscribe, there's a bell icon. Click on that, and you'll receive a reminder or an update whenever we upload something new on our YouTube channel. Again, absolutely free. There's no subscription cost to you. It's just a free subscription. So check that out now. And thanks for following us here on Facebook today as well. Coming up, we'll take a look at news, sports, and this date in history. But first, we want to start with this fantastic weather forecast. A beauty of a day is planned for you with high temperatures to reach the low 70s this afternoon. Tonight, it'll start to cool off. In fact, when you wake up tomorrow morning, you'll be greeted by temperatures around freezing. And then the day will gradually get a little bit warmer, but not much more. 42 for the high expected tomorrow, and some sun is expected on that for you as well. For Saturday, we're looking at a high near 50, so I think we can handle that as well. So check it out at LitterMedia.com. This right here is our weather that you can find on LitterMedia.com. Just take a look at that, and you can scroll through it. It's amazing. In fact, let me slide this over a little bit. You can see what the rest of the week is doing and everything. All interactive. You can control it on our website, LitterMedia.com. Coming up, a look at the news topics for today, and we'll get you caught up to date on sports as well as college basketball. Some of our kids still in action, but their seasons, the regular seasons, are winding down, getting ready for tournament play. Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your trusted comfort advisor. If you've got an issue with the comfort in your home, whether it be cooling, heating, or plumbing, make sure you click on this ad anywhere you see it at LitterMedia.com. It will take you right to their website to learn more about the services of Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
If sweat is your body's natural way of cooling itself down, then condensation is a beer's natural way of saying, drink me. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer.
Big yards, small yards, hilly yards, silly yards. Every yard is unique, and every yard, no matter how much you love it, can be uniquely frustrating to mow. That's why Country Clipper is designed to tackle any obstacle imaginable. It's the perfect mower for even the most imperfect yard. Country Clipper, engineered for easy.
We've told you a lot about Scioto Valley Dumpsters, and saw this post on their Facebook page yesterday. They offer more than just dumpsters. Hauled concrete yesterday, dumpsters today, and gravel tomorrow. It's been a beautiful weather, of course, of February. If you want to get more details, you can text them at 740-253-8389. You can call them at the same number and find out how you can get a dumpster or some of these other services that Carl Gearhart provides for you through Scioto Valley Dumpsters. All right, it's on to news for the day.
It is a big commitment.
Some of the discussions that we've had this week included Terry Mickish, director of the Pickaway Ross Adult Education Basic Peace Officer Academy, in cooperation with Ohio Chillicothe. Mickish says the deadline to enter the academy is coming up on March 6th, and Interested persons need to contact them soon because the registration process is a bit extensive.
It is a big commitment. It's an 820-hour program. There's mandatory attendance requirements and so on and so forth. So it takes commitment, and it takes the ability of family support or support from others that can help with other obligations while the cadets are in class. Mm-hmm. So it's something that we want to provide as much detail as we can so that they can make that good decision if right now is the right time for them to do this.
What will a candidate be certified to do upon completion?
The academy that we're offering is the Ohio Peace Officer Training Commission's Basic Peace Officer Academy, which means that they're certified to be a peace officer. What does that really mean? It means they can be a police officer, a deputy. There's certain positions with the state, say ODNR officers, the Ohio Investigative Unit. There's a lot of things that will fall under that they will be certified, where they could obviously get into one of those positions.
Yeah. We will tell you more about this program, the Academy, coming up in this program in just a matter of moments. Just stay close for that when we talk a little bit more about Pickaway Ross CTC Adult Education. A free two-way drug prevention conference is coming to Ohio Chillicothe. Its campus there March 2nd and 3rd. That's next week. The conference will be held inside Bennett Hall Auditorium. OU Chillicothe's assistant professor on social work, Stacy Saunders Adams, she will be joining us for a special edition of Litter Media Live tomorrow. That'll be at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, and she'll tell you more about this public event, which, again, is free. A few weeks ago, we gave you a rundown of city government election candidates for Circleville. Well, today we have the rundown for the city of Chillicothe. This November's general election is just around the corner. Independents still have time to file, by the way, but for those of the Republican and Democratic parties, they are already locked in. Those seats up for grabs this time around: council seats, the law director, municipal judge, and the office of mayor for Chillicothe. We also yesterday had a chance to talk a little bit about what's going on this week at the Majestic Theater. That includes this guy, Chillicothe's own Paul Francis. He is bringing his quartet back again Saturday night. That'll be at 7:30 p.m. And another local kid is bringing a movie. The movie he's put together, this is Eric Grooms. You see him there on the left with the red tie. God's Will is the movie. And yesterday we spoke with Lori Graves from the Majestic Theater Board of Directors, and she tells us a little bit more about this movie project of Eric Grooms.
Our next thing is March 4th. We are having the God's Will movie screening. Latham Boy, one of your friends, Mr. Eric Grooms, who's also a comedian. He's from Latham. He lives in New York now. He's been very active in the movie making industry, and this is his latest project. It's a great story. I am an extra in it, but he filmed it all in Southern Ohio, and it's the story of two pastors. One is from a mega church, one is from a small country church, and they both, in their own way, lose their way. And it's just a story about how they go through that. And then in the end, one comes back and one does not. You'll have to come to the movie to find that out. But it's just a great story of just about like faith and losing your faith and finding it again.
Again, you can learn more about this movie, God's Will, when you watch the interview that we had with Lori Graves yesterday. That's available here on our YouTube, on our Facebook videos page right now. Other things coming up include Motown Sounds of Touch. They'll be here coming up March 11th. Also up ahead, we talked about this here just about a week ago, Our Town Chillicothe, which will be shown at the Majestic Theater. And we also discussed yesterday, I'm anxious to see this group here, Brass Metropolis. I'm a Chicago fan. It's a tribute band to Chicago. And McGuffey Lane, a fan favorite here all across central and southern Ohio, as well as, look at this guy, Jason Crabb is going to be stopping in, and that will be May 19th. You'll want to get your tickets. You can get those tickets when you go to Majestic Theater, or MajesticChillicothe.net, and you'll be able to find tickets for the shows at the theater. Fayette County Public Health and partner agencies met last month for a radiological tabletop exercise for the purpose of refining and testing local radiological response plans and generate discussion regarding a hypothetical simulated radiological emergency. You can get more details about this event when you look at our website, LitterMedia.com. Last week, test results confirmed that East Palestine's municipal water was free from contaminants associated with the derailment that happened there here a few weeks ago. The Ohio EPA will independently test the municipal water once a week to ensure that the water source remains clean. The U.S. EPA reported that they have conducted indoor air testing at a total of 560 homes. 4,500 cubic yards of contaminated soil have been removed from the immediate area of the derailment. You've got more details available on our website. The Circleville Barbershop Quartet will be featured at Moonlight Bay, Rollicking Ragtime Romp. Yes, it's a mouthful to say there. Let me try it again. Moonlight Bay Rollicking Ragtime Romp. It's going to take place in May at the Circleville High School Auditorium, so you want to check that out. That'll be at 7 p.m. Brown bag concerts are coming to Circleville's St. Philip's Episcopal Church each Friday in March from noon until 1 p.m. Visitors can bring their lunch, eat in the parish hall, then drop into the sanctuary for some time of reflective listening featuring local organists and pianists. You can find that all in Circleville. And up in Asheville, they're looking for line dancers. Kick It Up Country Line Dancing, looking for some new members. If you're an interested dancer, you should come to Zion United Methodist Church in Asheville on March 23rd at 7 p.m. And also, while you're in Asheville, the Asheville Viking Festival returns to the Village Park April 29th through the 30th. You can bring a can of food per person for entry. The festival runs on Saturday, that is the 29th of April, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., and on the 30th, that's Sunday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. All going on up in my old stomping grounds of Asheville, Ohio. That's a look at the news topics for today. Coming up in just a moment, we'll give you the latest on what's happening with sports with our local teams that are in action. Tournament play is continuing, and we'll keep an eye on that for you. Keep an eye on our Twitter because Mike does a great job of keeping you up to date with games as they are happening across the Scioto Valley and the Southeast District, for that matter, and even some of the Central District schools that are involved in tournament play as well. I want to take a moment to remind you about McDonald's. Every Wednesday is open interview time with the McDonald's managers from 2 until 5 p.m. at each location here locally, talking about the 4 locations here in Chillicothe, up to our north in Circleville, over to Greenfield, and also down in Waverly. And while you're there, don't forget the Shamrock Shake has returned. But you can also get other items off that menu as well, including the 4 different varieties of the crispy chicken sandwich and more, all during your visit to McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it. Coming up in just a moment, sports and this date in history. Stay close.
Introducing Budweiser Zero. 0% alcohol, 0 grams of sugar, full Budweiser flavor. For all the moments you want a beer and need to stay on your game. Budweiser Zero, 0 compromise.
Hi, I'm Dave Pinkerton with Advanced Services Heating and Cooling, your local heating and cooling expert. If you want quality service, quality installation, give Advanced Services a call, 740-773-4499.
For transportation options in Ross County, call Ross County Health District's Mobility Management Team, 740-779-9652.
At Rathkamp Financial, we provide wealth management services that may ease clients' fears of financial loss and help them retire comfortably. Our greatest satisfaction comes from working with clients for many years and helping them realize their dreams.
It is time for sports. The high school tournament trail continues in high school basketball. Let's get you caught up to date on the scores from last night's events. In girls tournament basketball, Division I, Tays Valley had its season come to a close, falling to Westerville South, 61-41. In D2 action, Bexley was a winner over Bloom Carroll, 48-42. North Union over Hamilton Township, 47-33. I think that leaves only Fairfield Union in the Mid-State League still in tournament play for girls. Division III district semifinals down at Valley High School. Portsmouth West knocking off Minford. Portsmouth defeated Adena 61-34. And Division III district semifinals over Jackson. Lynchburg Clay fell to North Adams. Leesburg Fairfield took overtime to beat Rock Hill 43-37. And the D3 at Athens High School. Wheelersburg stopping the season for Chesapeake, and our Southeastern Panthers fell to Nelsonville York in the nightcap there, 60-44. Boys Division II tournament action last night in the Southeast District had the Washington Blue Lions trailing in this contest, but they rallied back and defeated Hillsborough 60-54. Warren, no difficulty with Vinton County as the Vikings have their season come to a close. New Lexington stopping the season for Jackson. Marietta end of the season for the Unigoda Shermans. A long trip for them to make over there, but the same thing for Adena, having to go all the way over to Belpre. Circleville, a winner over Miami Trace. That was a big upset as the Tigers will advance. Ironton defeated Sheridan last night, or Sheridan, I should say. Gallia Academy over Alexander, and Fredericktown, a winner over Liberty Union, 54-42. Now on tap for you tonight, we've got girls high school basketball that'll be taking place. Division IV district semis over at Southeastern High School. Portsmouth Notre Dame, who is undefeated and a very tough basketball club, will be taking on Valley, and the Paint Valley Bearcats, they'll be taking on Eastern Megs. Division IV action at Wellston High School has South Gallia battling Sims Valley, and Waterford takes on White Oak. Remember, there's no ticket sales at the door. You have to go to the OHSAA website to purchase tickets for these contests. The swimming events get underway today at the State Diving and Swimming Championships in Canton. Yesterday, a little send-off for some of the kids. This is from Logan Elm. This is Lindsay Bright, as she is going to be participating in a couple of events. She seemed like she wanted to get through here pretty quickly. I wonder if that's how she'll be swimming in the events going on today. And yesterday at Chillicothe High School, there was a bit of a send-off as well. Here comes the Marching Cavaliers percussion section, along with Jake Bird and Ryan Bloom following through. And there's Roger Bloom, our buddy, following right behind as well. Thank you to Sue Bell Bloom for capturing this moment for us at CHS. They'll be in action today and again tomorrow. Good luck to our local swimmers who will be participating in that state championship event. Now, the OHSAA tennis tournament for 2023 for the boys will be held at Ohio State University Outdoors Varsity Tennis Center and Ty Tucker Tennis Center in late May. This move is because of construction at the Linder Family Tennis Center down in Mason, where they usually have the tournament. The agreement with Ohio State only covers this coming May, so they should have everything taken care of down in Mason, so they'll be able to move that tournament back to Cincinnati, or the Cincinnati area, across from Kings Island this coming May. All right, meanwhile, the OHSAA removed Toledo Central Catholic from the girls' basketball tournament. Central Catholic was the #1 seed in the Northwest region of Division II. The program had committed a third recruiting bylaw infraction, and so now with them out, they go back to the most recent opponent for Toledo Central Catholic. That was Napoleon. So Napoleon, who thought their season was over, have new life. They've been resurrected, and they will replace Toledo Central Catholic in the district semifinal against Oak Harbor. I want to give you a moment to take a look at some of the college athletes that are in action. I'm going to start here with Javon Mothmer. He and the Cedarville Yellow Jackets, they are going to be in action tonight, trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. They'll be at Walsh tonight. They'll finish the regular season with Kentucky Wesleyan over at Cedarville this Saturday. The Great Midwest Tournament begins next Tuesday for Mothmer and his teammates. Now, his brother, Brandon, dropped in 12 points last night in Morehead State's 69-63 win over Eastern Illinois. The Eagles improved to 20-10 and lead the OVC. They'll host UT Martin Saturday to close out the regular season schedule before the OVC tournament begins next week. Chillicothe's Brandon Knoll and Wright State will play at Oakland University tonight. The Raiders close out their regular season Saturday up at Detroit, followed by the Horizon League tournament. And the OSU men are home tonight with Penn State. The Bucks have just one victory this year so far. Yeah, I'm talking about it happened early in January, and they've had their difficulties this year. Although we did receive reports that Coach Holtman is safe from what we understand. So don't have to worry about him being exited out the door, at least not before the end of the season, I guess. The Cleveland Cavaliers resume the season from the All-Star break. They will host Denver tonight, and the Columbus Blue Jackets are back on the ice. They are 3-2 in their last 5 matches. They will host Minnesota on home ice up at Nationwide Arena this evening. And the Reds and Guardians, if you've been anxious for the baseball season, well, they open up Cactus League play this Saturday as they face one another out in Goodyear, Arizona. That's a look at sports. Of course, you can always find more when you log on to our website, littermedia.com, but also following us here on Facebook as well as on our Twitter page. Up ahead, we'll take a look at this date in history as we go back to 1940, a song that is very familiar to you. We'll share details coming up here in just a moment.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When ensuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
This is Big Chillicothe. Horizon's 100% fiber internet service is coming to your area. Call 740-772-8331 or visit horizonconnects.com/Chillicothe to sign up today.
Introducing Budweiser Zero. 0% alcohol, 0 grams of sugar. Full Budweiser flavor. For all the moments you want a beer and need to stay on your game. Budweiser Zero. Zero compromise.
We told you about just a moment ago, Pickaway Ross Career and Technology Center, the adult education, but we talked about the Basic Peace Officer Academy in partnership with Ohio University Chillicothe. They are now enrolling for this academy. Again, the deadline to get enrolled is March 6th. A lot of shortages around not just Ohio, but around the country in regards to the peace officers. And as we heard from Terry Mickish, there's a lot of different agencies you can go to following your training in this Basic Peace Officer Academy here at Pickaway Ross Career Technology Center. Get more details when you go to their website, Pickaway Ross CTC. All right, let's get you caught up to date on 1940. A lot of things are going on in 1940. We were on the brink of war, of course, with World War II. But folk singer Woody Guthrie penned this song here, "This Land Is Your Land," which Guthrie wrote while living in New York City. It's my understanding that and I didn't know much about Woody Guthrie until Mike suggested we use this as our This Date in History segment. And Guthrie's career was interrupted by World War II. He served in the Merchant Marines, but he also wrote some other popular songs. Crawdad Song, the basics of living out in the country, and House of the Rising Sun. That's been going through my head ever since I heard it last night. But keep this in mind. This land is your land. This is the hotel, apparently, that he was in when he penned that song. This land is your land. This land is my land. And you've heard the song time and time again. You don't need to hear me kind of regurgitate it for you. Check it out on YouTube if you haven't heard it for a while. That's a look at the show today. Thank you so much. Again, if you were just tuning in, we're on a little early today because I've got an appointment here at 11 o'clock, so I'm going to usher my way off to that. But back at it again tomorrow. Mike Smith will be doing this show independently tomorrow. He will also have a special edition program for you at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning about the free drug conference that's going on at Ohio Chillicothe next week. So that's coming up for you tomorrow. And, of course, we have the Litter Media Games League post-game show for you tomorrow night. I will be on the road over to Paint Valley as the Bearcats will be taking on New Boston / Glenwood, whatever they go by these days. But that's a sectional championship game in Division 4 at Paint Valley. Mike, meanwhile, will be watching the girls' action over at Southeastern High School tomorrow evening. And we'll have post-game reaction from the Unioto Sherman's bout with Sheridan, as well as the Paint Valley Bearcats. And we're hoping that our local teams are cutting down the nets and give you a chance to see some of the activity and celebration as opposed to the agony of defeat, as they say. That's it for the show. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. For Mike Smith, I'm Dan Ramey. Thanks for watching Litter Media Live.